everybody, it's Margarita. I wanted to hop on here and show you how I can hamburger meat. So today I'm going to be canning quite a bit of pounds of hamburger meat, but I have Presto canners, and so I pulled out the book that goes with it, and I went to where it talks about how many minutes to do meat and all that. So sorry, I am going to do pints because a pint will hold a pound of hamburger meat, and that's perfect for us. So we will do for 75 minutes, and I will show you the process of how I do it and go from there. So I've been getting all of my stuff rounded up and ready for the canning process. So let me show you all of that. Okay guys, I got all my jars washed, and here's my dividers to go in between. Then I have my pan, and I have my lids, and these are my canners. So I can get 16 pint jars in my canners. So I'm gonna fill both of these up and get them going. So my pan here is to put my lids in the water and get them a little warm. Then over here is all of my rings, and I got my canning salt. So I will put a teaspoon of salt in each jar. That's all the seasoning I put in mine. And we do our seasoning when we go to cook it. So then here's my utensils. This is to take the jars out, to put the lids on and get them out of the warm water, and to push the hamburger meat and stuff down and make sure there's no bubbles, and we'll press it down. I'll come back and show you that. So now we'll go to the next step. Okay, I got my hamburger meat out. Stacy went, there's a meat market there in Gonzales that he gets, so we get fresh ground meat, and they put them in pound packages. And it's nice to get fresh meat. So I just take the pound of hamburger meat, and I put it into my jar. This is so simple to do. And push it down in there, and you get your hamburger meat, because this is going to cook down. And get it all pushed in there, and it's not wanting to go down for me, so I'll take a little handy little canning tool that it helps push stuff down. If you don't have one of these, you can use a knife. It works the same. When I was growing up, that's what we used, was a knife. And I thought it was the neatest thing ever that there was one of these tools that you can push everything down in. This is when I need Stacy. He's good at pushing it down for me. He has more strength than I do. So you get that in there. And I'm not liking how much meat is in this one, so I may take it out, because you need to leave a little headway and just add it to the other one. So I'll take that off and try to push it down as much as possible, because this is going to cook itself in the jar. So take that out a little bit and just put it in another jar. And I'll show you. That's about where I get the meat to go to. And I need a napkin. So wipe my hands off. Then I take the canning salt and I keep it in a separate container, just easier for me. And I got, this is half a teaspoon. And I will put that right in there. I just sprinkle mine on top. And that's all you have to do. And then I'll come back and show you. I'm gonna fill all these up and then we'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. So what I've done, I've filled all the jars with meat. And so now I need to put my salt in it, and I've already salted this one when I showed y'all earlier. And we just pop it on top of each one. That's what I do. It all mixes down in there when it starts to boil really good. We like using this because when we're outside working and we come in and we're like, oh, what are we gonna have? Well, we can fix up something, spaghetti, tacos, whatever you want to cook with it. And then we just add our seasoning to it when we put it in the pan with whatever you're going to do. And we like it. It's easier, it's faster. You don't have to worry about it being in the freezer, electricity going out and your meat going bad or whatever. So then after I put salt in all of them, I have just plain white vinegar in this bowl. And I'm gonna wipe the edges of the jars to make sure there's nothing on it. And also that double checks to make sure there's nothing like a little nick or anything in your jars as you go along. So it just helps real quick to double check it all and make sure, because you want it to seal really good for you. And so like I said, we enjoy having the fresh meat canned like this, and it gives us more freezer space as well. And so then I'm gonna finish this up. I don't know if this jar is good or not. Yep, it is, okay. And finish this up and then I'll be back and show you the next step. Okay, so now I have my warmed up lids. I don't know if you could see them in there or not, but I got those warmed up in there. And then this is the little wand, and it has a magnet on the end. And you can grab you maybe several, if it will come apart for me. Put your lid on there, like that. Grab a ring, put it on your jar, and you're gonna finger tighten it. If my lid will go right, there we go. Just finger tight, and that's it. And that is ready to go in the pressure canner. You don't have to add no water, just leave it like this. It's gonna make its own juices, and it'll be wonderful when it's done. So let me get all this done and I'll show you the next step. Okay, I hope you can see it, but I have one of my canners here, and this is how I measure the water for the canner. When I do meat, I do 1 jar and a half of water in for the for meat. So I pour it in there. Let me get another half. Sorry it's taking so long. And then I pour that in there and I get it started. Turn it on. Leave it on high, and there we go. And then I'll start putting my jars in, and I'll show you the next step when I get the bottom level in. Okay guys, I'm back. So I got 8 jars in the bottom half of my canner, Now I'm gonna put a divider so I can set my other 8 jars in here. So altogether, I'll get to do 16 jars of meat. And that will last us for a little while. And so once I get these all in here, I've already got my canner on. So it's warming up. And I am getting these all in here. So there's 16 cans. Woohoo! Good job, right? Okay. Which canner do I have? Okay, so this lid goes with my canner. So here's my lid, and you can see the gauge, and this is the steam spout. And find the arrow. There's an arrow on the lid and an arrow on your handle. Match them up. Maybe. I always have problems with this. There it goes. Now, we're going to let that sit until it starts venting, and then we'll time it for 10 minutes. And then after it does that for 10 minutes, and we'll watch the gauge. And where our altitude is, we try to keep it between 10 and 15 pounds. So once we get there, then we will set the timer for 75 minutes to get this one started. So while this one is starting to process, I will start the next canner. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll come back when I start taking everything out and show you what our canned meat looks like. Okay, everybody, so I got everything going. Both of them are in here, and it's time to put the weight on this one. And so now I will wait for 10 minutes and let it start building up all of its pressure, and you could see some coming out through there. So yeah, it's on its way. I'm getting some of the excess water shooting out. So yeah, I got this one going. This one will finish before the other one will. And I'll be back with more info. Okay, here it is. It's rocking and rolling. So I'll be back in 75 minutes. Okay, we're back, and it's time to open it up. It's got cooled off. And let's see how it is. And you gotta be careful when you take the lid off, because it still has a lot of moisture in there, and it's hot. Okay, it's over in the, oops. Okay, I use my little picker-upper things, and that's what it looks like. It's all done. So I'll have quite a bit of hamburger meat put up, huh? And both canners are ready. So I set them on a hot or a towel because they're hot. And this way they can cool and go from there. So that's what I wanted to show you, and if you have any questions or would just like to see something else canned, just please leave them in the comments below, and I hope you enjoy this, and y'all have a blessed day. Bye.